Hello, and today I have another video showing you how to build basically the best base you can build in oncehuman. First off, we're going to start with what you need for your cradles, your mimetic specialization, stone structures, intense defense, that's 100% durability to your stone structures, and then there's also the reinforced structures, healing defense, that if they exit a combat zone or exit combat from any damage taken, it will go back to 80% durability on the structure. How I like to start this base is I find the highest part of the place that you're going to be building on, and as you continue forward, you're gonna see that you can't go with the highest of its peak. Okay, so now that you found the highest point of its peak of the base, you want to get another structure, kind of lining up, and build off that highest peak of said place. I like to do it with triangle structures. The reason why you want to do triangle structures, you're gonna see in a little bit. You want to be able to honeycomb your base. What honeycombing is basically you want to fortify your base as much as possible. We'll get into that later too. Let me go ahead and get on top of the structure and show you how I am going to be making these layers into the base. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for my good friend. His name is Mouth Breather, also known as Andrew. He showed me a lot of tricks and tips on how to actually build this base. But as you can see here, I attach it to the highest point of the base and I layer it down. The reason why you want to layer it down from the next structure that you have is because you want to put these floors down. What these floors do is add an extra security and an extra layer to your base. So let's say, for example, if somebody attacks your base and gets on top of your base, those C4s or any rocket or anything, they have to go to that initial defense structure that you put down. So if I were to put C4s on it, I would have to do it extra 4 or 5 times in order to break through to get to the starboard resonator. But as you can see right here, we layered out the layers that I want. This is just an example. If you want to do more layers, feel free to do so. The more layers you have in your base, the more defense there is going to be. So you want to put these floors and attach them to the one that is more drop down in the zone, so of your foundation. The reason, like I said, we're gonna do triangle foundations is because you can do more floors in one specific part. You're gonna see sometimes where I can't attach the floor to the structure. That means because it has no support from a foundation or anything like that. So what you want to do, you want to grab that foundation, maybe even stick it a little higher, stick it a little lower. As you can see right here, this is too high, but also it's very buggy, I ain't gonna lie. If you get on top of it and find the right angle, you'll be able to place it down too. But at certain parts of your base, for example the outer ring, as you can see right here, you're not going to be able to put down one of these floors. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put another foundation to the other side. And like I said before, the more foundations that are attached to your main core of your starboard resonator is how much they're gonna have to blow through. Because a foundation is like what, like 7,000 something health. They're gonna have to blow through that. And the reason why you put it as high as possible is it's so that they have to jump this big set of foundations in order to get on your base. And of course you're gonna have people defending it, you're gonna have people, you know, shooting the people coming in and things like that. As you can see right here, I needed to do another place of foundation to put more floors down so that I can layer it more. I went with about 4 to 5 layers, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to show it from the other side that it is truly layered up. Let me get on top of this and show you from the inside. As you can see, we have 4 layers. The more layers, the better. Keep adding layers if you need to add layers. That is all that you need. From this way forward though, I am going to be showing you how to build this base to its entirety, so that if you want to copy this base, this build, feel free to do so. And here I'm gonna go ahead and fill it back up, and we're gonna probably be starting to build the base here. It's gonna be sped up, so good luck with watching. I'll be back again once the outer layer is built. Here we go. I went with a 2 wide layer of foundations. That is the defense that I want. But let's go ahead and defend more of the core of your base. How I want to do it is, I want to put half walls and I want to put big walls. The reason why you want to put half walls at some of the places, as I'm going to show you here shortly, is that you can actually layer the upper part of your place. And once you reinforce that upper part of your place, if somebody, for example, jumps on top of your base, they're gonna have to go to yet another layer of floors. You want to make this as annoying and as difficult as possible for the enemy to get through your defenses. I decide to go with just, you know, I do a little practice. This is a little practice video, so the build is not 100% attack proof, whatever you want to call it, but this is how I want to show you how you can defend your base. With this layer on top of this, what I like to do is I like to put my facilities, my power facilities on it, because those power facilities are going to be the ones that are going to be powering your outside turrets. How I have the turrets set up, also don't forget to attach the cables to each other so that the entire power cycle is attached to each other. Make sure to have multiple of these wires sticking out. How I have the turrets set up is I have them face in the base so that if people jump on the base, the turrets are shooting on the base, like shooting the people that are going to try and destroy it. As you can see, I put another half wall down, and on that half wall in a minute you will be seeing me how I'm going to be putting the floors down. But you can make this as tall as you want. You can make this 3 floors, 2 floors, 4 floors, however may you want. Building in this game has gotten increasingly difficult. I don't know what the hell they have done with the building, but some of the changes are just not it. But yeah, let's go ahead and floor it up. I decided to go with the top floor first. I don't know why I decided to do this, but here you go. And then what I decide to do is I decide to floor up the second floor. As you can see, you can floor it up as much as possible. You can even fit another floor below that. This is why you want these half walls. And the reason why you want these half walls is because, one, you can fit 2 layers of floors because you have 2 half walls. The middle part is going to be able for you to, you know, build your thing. And then when you have a wall, that will basically be the foundation of how you can layer these floors down on your base. Over here, I'm going to show you yet another trick. Is how can you even defend your base even more? As you can see, I put down a square foundation, attach a triangle foundation to it, remove the square foundation, and then attach the other triangle foundation to the other one. And that would leave such a small gap that it's yet another layer of defense on your base. And here you see I do it again. I am going to be doing this all the way through. If you want to go back and check that, make sure you go and check that. But I'll be speeding through this real quick, so I'll be right back. And here you go. Here is where I decide to yet again honeycomb the outside of the walls. Another defense to your base. You can do it how big as you want. Don't forget, you have 640 structures that you can put down. I would typically only just honeycomb 1 layer of the outside and then honeycomb the inside layer of your base. As you can see over here, it gets a little finicky. Don't worry about it. Don't get frustrated like I did a little bit and just move on and come back to it later. This entire build didn't take me that long. It took me about 20 minutes, I would say. And like I said, this is not even the advanced way of how we build our bases. This is just a quick example of how we build our bases. And here you go. That is the outer layer. Don't forget, if you box yourself in with the walls, get out your building menu, press F, go through it, escape. There you go. And here we can see how tight the gaps are from the base. The enemy won't be able to go squeeze through that. So, yeah. And there you go. You see how tight the walls are to each other. That is another layer of rockets to have to go through. Let me go speed this up real quick. There we go. Ended up not layering everything inside the base, but as you can see, this is basically how the base is gonna look like from the outside. Enemies can't fit through the gaps. They would have to jump on top. And they would need double jump or the jump whim to get up to these walls. Also, this requires you to have, you know, a decent team of people. People that know how to listen and know how to defend the base. Other than that, I think that's basically all of the build. If you got any questions, anything else you want to know, let me know. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye!